Facebook is the new playground for racism. Just know that.
Live from the hood, bitch, I always be here. Got it going up like confetti on New Year's. Know you motherfuckers thought the boy would never get back. Now it's busting like when pills dropping at the kickback.
Alright, this take 3 of this. I've been trying to make this video for a week now. And I don't know, every time I start talking to my microphone clear as day, they want to start taking my words out of the video. So, first off, I would like to say, it's your boy Tone the Truth. Nothing but the truth. Understand that. And the video that I've been trying to make is about how racism is everywhere right now. And I see it mostly on Facebook because I sit there and scroll on Facebook. You know, a lot of people probably doom scroll. I catch myself doom scrolling quite a few days a week. And then I get off of that doom scrolling stuff because I notice what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is the same content, regurgitated racism bullshit over and over. That's a couple pages that's made. And fatigue, I love being white. It's a couple pages. Few racist pages out there. I know everybody heard about the takeover when black people went over to the I love being white page and took over that. And then they kicked out a lot of black people and shit. But it's still a lot of black people off in that group. So I still see that group doing this thing. Meaning black people still in there, you know what I'm saying? The takeover's still real. You understand? But yeah, I was watching a video and a lady got to talking.
White people often think of lynchings as something that happened in the dark of night when a few rogue characters whisk a black person away and murder them. And maybe that's what's happening today in the lynchings that are occurring today. But historically in this country, I think we need to be aware of a different reality. Lynchings in American history of black people have taken place in a ritualistic way. There's an order to it. And it looks like this. I'll illustrate with the case of Jesse Washington. Now, Jesse was a 17-year-old kid. He was a farm laborer in Waco, Texas. Texas was notorious for stuff like this. Here's the first part of the ritual. He was accused of murdering a white woman. Her name was Lucy Fryer, and she was his boss's wife. Well, he got a trial. It lasted about an hour, and the jury deliberated for just a couple minutes before they sentenced him to death. And what happened next is this pattern that happens throughout history in all these so-called spectacle lynchings. A crowd storms into the courtroom. They seized Washington and dragged him through town. Now, sometimes they break the guy out of jail. Sometimes they go to his home and drag him away. And then there's the audience. In the spectacle gatherings, there can be a big crowd. There were 5,000 to 10,000 people at Jesse Washington's murder, and they brought picnics. There were photographers. It was a party. So this was a community event that white people did to bolster white supremacy. Oh, good, we're going to have a lynching. And let's plan for that. We know what goes into a lynching. It's always the same. Let me bring in the point about this being a family affair. Businesses closed, schools let out, and children were an active part of the lynching scene. This creeps me the fuck out. Then comes a period of torture. It's rare for someone to immediately be hung to death. Usually there's torture first. In the case of Jesse Washington, this 17-year-old kid, he was hung by a chain over a tree, and then the chain was raised and lowered into a fire below his feet repeatedly for approximately 2 hours until he finally died. During this process, while he was still alive, he would occasionally try to pull himself out of the fire because his body was burning. Well, they didn't like this, so they cut off his fingers so that he could no longer pull himself out of the fire. Families posed for photographs. So after Mr. Washington died, people rushed up to the remains and cut away pieces of Mr. Washington's body as souvenirs. Children participated in the dismembering of the body. Boys pulled the teeth out of his skull to either sell or keep for souvenirs. Now, it is not easy to get the teeth out of a young adult in their prime. They had to use force. They had to have teamwork. And the children did this. Children stood over his burnt body and pried or broke teeth from his skull while adults watched. And then, after it was all over, the photographers sold the pictures. They sold the pictures of the murder. It was a public ritual of racial terror that was witnessed, approved, and remembered apparently fondly by an entire community. Our culture, such as it is, devised a system of ritualized murder of black people. Those kids lived on, and they raised kids. A kid who participated in a lynching raised children, and those children grew up, and their children are alive now. So you can see how the ritual destroys the notion that this was just random crazy acts, and supports the notion that this was a community event that was ritualized and valued. Religious leaders were often involved in the accusation and in the trial and participated in the lynchings. Get curious.
And you know, this Nolan Wells situation is going on, and there's been a couple mystery hangings around in America these past few weeks, last month before, at the end of June, July. You know, there's been a lot of shit going on this month. It all started from February, and then they wanted to hate on Juneteenth. So I guess this is the month where racism is really alive, because it's supposed to be White Pride Month. You know, Jesse coined this month to be White History Month. And that makes a lot of sense, because racism has ramped up quite heavy after the 4th of July. Let me say that again.
Racism ramped up quite heavy after the 4th of July.
Now, I done seen some content creators come out, start making click content. I ain't calling their names out for them, I'm just gonna show their content. But yeah, and then you got the one crash out, everybody know him. He did the supposed to be a spoof to Drewski's skit, but he was on a bus and he act like he stabbed a white lady that they so much care about. I never understood. I don't understand that skit. That shit is dumb as hell. Y'all gonna see that shit later on too anyways. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying. A white lady came out and said that these black kids going missing, these black boys going missing and stuff, and being hung and all that stuff, these are ritual. And how is it a ritual? I guess it's because of the gathering, and then they celebrating, and then the ritual part come in as the people that's behind it are trying to get themselves off in a position of power, and their moms and dads are lawyers and judges and shit like that. So it makes sense if you know how rituals work. Gotta be a sacrifice, gotta be a celebration. Somebody has to be in a position of power, or being put in a position of power. I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess, I don't know. But anyways, the lady said that, and that made sense to me. That resonated with me, that said a lot to me. And then on top of what made sense to me then was when she was saying what she was saying, I said that a lot of white people have a lot of trauma within them because of the past of how America was shaped. If you got people come over here kidnapping people, taking people out of their homes, making them slaves, butt breaking the men, doing all type of heinous stuff to the black woman, the baby, you know, y'all heard, black people know the stories. I'm not gonna get off into all details of the stories, but black people know the stories. If you're doing all that stuff to us throughout slavery time, and then completely this stuff has to stop, and y'all stop, the trauma goes somewhere else. It's just nature. Now, a lot of people that came out and said that the trauma within the white community is rooted, and they are doing things amongst their own kind in the household, and we see quite a few different things coming out like that.
Breaking updates from Ohio's child rescue case reveal a shocking twist. Elizabeth Siders, one of 4 adults arrested alongside the abused kids, may also be a victim, according to her family. On July 1st, police visited the residence to investigate Gary Siders Jr., who faced 4 public indecency charges. Officers had no idea 16 children aged 1 to 18 were trapped inside until they entered the house. The children endured squalid living conditions. None ever attended school, many suffered severe speech delays, and one 18-year-old girl could not even name herself. Elizabeth's relatives shared her tragic past. She got pregnant at 13 when Gary was her neighbor. Though he was not her child's biological father, he inserted himself as a father figure and took control of her life. Her family repeatedly reached out to authorities for help over the years, only to be told Elizabeth was safe. They lost all contact with her around 2011 and firmly believe she was manipulated and confined for over a decade. The family urges officials to classify Elizabeth as a victim, yet local police have not released any official ruling on her status, making this harrowing neglect case far more complicated.
I feel like this shit is true. Like, it's off in their blood, their trauma. That it's like they have to do something heinous because this is their way of life. I don't know. I might be reaching. I might be. Reach with me. But no, for real though, when you think about what people were saying, that all makes sense though. And then we look at the president. Think about how old he is. Last little bit of lynchings was going on whenever he was a kid. I want to say he was probably at one of those rallies, at one of those lynchings. The lady said in the video that it was little boys taking out the teeth of black men. And it's hard to take out teeth, so they was making it out of a game. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what if these little boys were senators and lawyers and mayors now? Some of them, a couple of them became president type shit. I'm just saying, bro, they all old as shit. They all come from that era. That's just me thinking. That's just me sitting here thinking on my own, bro. I just be sitting here thinking, bro. Like, it makes sense, though. I wouldn't put a dollar past Joe Biden was one of those kids pulling out teeth out of a corpse at a lynching. I won't put it past Donald Trump. But these are allegations, though. I mean, allegedly. Ain't allegedly that these things happen, but I'm saying allegedly they could have been them kids that did that type of shit. They was right at that age. Think about it. Do the math yourself. I ain't gotta do nothing but hear a story, and I end up like my brain get to go 1,000 miles an hour. I don't know how to explain the shit, but I understand a lot of shit. So I say this, a lot of this shit that's going on, the doors got open to racism, and people are not afraid to show their true colors. Just go off in the comment section and read off in the comment sections of what these people saying. True colors are coming out, and it ain't nothing pretty. It is not a pretty picture that people are painting. You know, society could paint a nice portrait together. You know that, right? But the portrait that the white community is painting is not a pretty picture. We trying to correct the picture and let you know, like, this happened, this is this, and we trying to do this until they make a change. No, they want to put blame and say we playing victim and all that, all type of shit towards us. We can say something about what the actual slavery did to people. They're gonna say what they had to do with that right now. We live in a civil society. It was civil whenever y'all was doing the shit y'all was doing. What's the words of my Christopher Columbus? These people are the most friendliest, nice people ever. Not his words verbatim, but he did say something they would make good servants. I mean, people, do y'all pay attention? Do y'all read? Do y'all open up books? Do y'all listen to other people's analysis? Do y'all listen to other people's stories? No, people don't do that shit no more. I don't know. I'm just in here ranting, talking, running my fucking mouth. I'm tired of seeing racist bullshit, though. Like, anytime I open up my motherfucking phone and get on Facebook, TikTok, I see a racist ass video. And that shit is sickening, bro. Sickening. Mean real fucking sick of shit, seeing this shit. So, let's turn a new leaf, man. Let's be friendly. Because I hate to have to cuss you out because of your mind frame. And then you talking about I'm racist because I'm pointing out the obvious, the truth. I remember I was arguing back in February with these dudes on Facebook, and I was literally going to get facts about slavery, about the redlining laws, the Jim Crow laws. I was going to get actual documents from like people writing and putting it in books. You know, this motherfucker said I was racist. I was a black supremacist. What the fuck is that? I know what a white supremacist is, but a black supremacist? I don't have shit to motherfucking no fucking system to fucking benefit off me fucking hating a white person. Black supremacist. That shit crazy. White people, You call them white supremacists. You're black supremacists. This is not fucking reverse Uno, you bitch ass nigga. They be really trying to play human reverse Uno and Uno type shit on your ass, bro. Like, what? Call a white person a white supremacist. They hit you. You a black supremacist. What the fuck is that? We had a system set up. We took over a country. We benefited off of hatred. We hung people from trees. We had a hate group called the BBB. I don't know if we had a hate group called anything, it wouldn't be no fucking 3 letters. That shit's stupid. But I guess it worked for y'all, for them. That's the reason why we look at the KKK like it's stupid, because the KKK, nigga, I beat your motherfucking ass with that bullshit. I don't know, I'm just here talking now, bro. Hopefully my mic catch all this shit. This your boy telling the truth and nothing but the truth, man. I got some clips for y'all to watch, man. Show y'all how racist Facebook has gotten. Facebook is the new playground for racism. Just know that.
I'm gonna say it again. Facebook is the new playground for racism.
I got a couple videos, screenshots, and all that shit. You can go check out these people content. Look how and see how racist they is. They got a cult following. They all just pieces of shit. At the end of the day, every person that I put up content after this, they're just trash. They're trash. So don't go promoting they shit. Go let them know how wrong they are for feeling the way they feel and thinking that hatred is something that we should have on this earth right now with all the bullshit that's going on. Like, because if you really think about it, don't nothing come with hatred but war. And if you're trying to push a black and white war, I don't want no parts of it. You know why? Because I value my life. I'm not finna die because of you hate my skin color. Will I fight for my skin color? Hell yeah. But is it necessary? I don't feel like it's really necessary to be trying to take it to this level where people just want to hate people. Just like if you hate somebody, just keep it to your fucking self. Don't fuck with them. Don't talk to them. You know, that was something that I was taught when I was a kid. Then I'm gonna end this. If you hate something, you don't have to be around it. You don't have to talk to it. You don't have to fucking talk to them. You don't have to communicate. You don't even have to fucking look their goddamn direction. Ignore these motherfuckers. But it's so much I see on Facebook that I can't.
Even your video go viral. The creepy comments y'all got in there. We all know that Ookabukas are 300% higher PDF files. Nobody leaves your kids out if y'all are around. We know that. Have you ever been to prison? And y'all know I have because y'all keep posting the 10-year-old fucking warrant puppet. Y'all are the creeps and 100% gay. Every single Ooka. Every one of y'all is in you. We know that. Those are big facts. Big creeps. Female Ooka, male Ooka, all y'all's creeps. Don't forget. Y'all in the comments besides making.
That's pretty much it.
Can you give him a warning?
I cannot at this point. I have to write the news on this.
We talk about our daddy situation, not involved in our lives, always disappeared in some prison cell with another man instead of being there to raise you. Can we talk about it for a minute?
Shut the fuck up, sir.
I mean, it's not your fault. It's that Shaniqua that reproduced you that decided to reproduce with a felon instead of a man. She could have had a man raising you, but she decided to reproduce with an idiot that likes getting his cheeks clapped. Can you make that make sense? Why does Shaniqua's reproduce with dookie draws and then think they're going to contribute in a child's life? Well, don't get sad on me now. I am the daddy of legends.
ask you a question?
What is that Shaquan saying in the back?
Can I ask you
I can't
a question?
understand Section 8.
Can I ask you a question?
Get your fingers out of your ears. It's a
Can I ask
filthy
you a
habit.
question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. And the lights out of your hair. Can't tell you how beautiful you are. It's beautiful with my 7-inch eyelashes in.
Can I ask you a question?
I is Queens in shit.
Can I ask
Nasty
you a
ass.
question?
I see why Shaniqua reproduced with Dookie draws to make this elegant piece right.
You guys know that white people are not committing any crime. Like none of it is us. It's all misclassification. All of it. White people have had this suspicion for quite some time in our gut. We've been like, I don't think they're telling the truth about the statistics. In 1955, white people were 90% of the population. They were 45% of the arrests. That's a 0.5 ratio. Today, we're about 55% of the population and we're about 55% of the rest. So that's a 1 ratio. They want you to think that white people have gotten twice as criminal the last 70 years as quality of life has increased. We've been calling bullshit on this for quite some time now. And now we're proving it, right? And we all understood this instinctually. That's why you're not afraid of white men. That's why you're not afraid to live in an all-white neighborhood. That's why you're not afraid to put your kids into an all-white school. And they've been calling white men the most dangerous, radical white men the most dangerous threat to the country for 30 years now. And they've been cooking the books to try and prove this hypothesis. And they couldn't cook them fast enough because that's how non-criminal, non-violent we are. They've been doing this for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's so we don't know how bad the non-white problem is. There's one problem in this country. It's the non-white problem. As soon as we figure this problem out, we live in utopia. And number 2, they've been wanting to try and make people think that white men are the dangerous ones so they could get everybody else against us. It's a 2-pronged attack. It's a 2-front war here. And we have now found this, and we see this coming out daily. White people have to do something about this. We have to do something about this right now, because if everybody realizes that upwards of 50% of arrests are being misclassified as white people, the entire country turns racist overnight. You guys know.
Pretty fucking girls, man, that they take that 400 fucking years. Donald Trump, Democrat, Republican. I don't know what to do, man. Fucking kill white people, man. That's what I'm fucking gonna do, man. Fucking slavery, they're gonna slave my people.
Man, why don't no white bitches ever talk to me, man? I can't fucking stand these white people. Think they're better than the years of slavery. And I'm gonna fucking slavery. I'm fucking tired of these white women. I'm gonna get that white bitch. I'm gonna get that white girl. I'm gonna get this white bitch. Die, white bitch. I got that white bitch. For 400 years of slavery, I got that white bitch.
50 off the 45, something we call homicide. None of my niggas get to shoot. All my niggas that'll rock, be ready when we spit at you. We gon' be so close at 9, 50 off that 45, something we call homicide. Sipping on the 45, take it off the 45. Stupid with the fucking shit, nigga, I ain't tryna die. So keep that safety off my 45. And all my niggas down the fucking ride. And they ain't never asking fucking why. Just a bunch of real ass fucking niggas that's down the ride. And I keep my niggas on my fucking side. Like I keep that fucking safety off that fucking 45. And I stay home so fucking doing shit. Straight out, but I promise I'll fucking be the bitch. And I live by this fucking other shit. Which means I stay on some gangsta shit. And I stay with that fucking river, bitch. You know this nigga ain't taking shit. You niggas tryna fuck with this clique, nigga. You know you can't fuck with this shit. Set me off that 45.